All right, fairly exciting times as we go into chapter 21 here of Uncharted 4. We left off last time with another stunt from who else? Selfish Sam, as he returned to the island to continue to pursue this treasure. Elena, Sully, myself, and Sam had all essentially reached safety. We reached the coast. The boat was in sight, and we escaped with our lives. And the knowledge of this lost civilization and what went on here that we can share back on the mainland, which I think both of those things are entirely invaluable. But Sam still would rather pursue the treasure, and of course Nate is not going to leave Sam behind after all of this. So after the entire mess, after all the times trying to escape from Rafe and Nadine's men, all of the hard times we've been through, all these crazy areas that we've had to traverse, it's all come down to this, and we finally make an escape, and Sam pulls us back in. So right now, it is just me and Sam. Elena and Sully, like I said, have returned to the coast to safety, to the boat. Without further ado, I'm kind of anticipating like a final boss battle, like something big to happen here towards the end of the game. If I remember correctly, most Uncharted's sort of that final chapter is like a major boss battle. So I think that's kind of what this is all leading up to. We'll see what happens. So we've gone back inland, hopped the fence, left Elena and Sully behind, gone back inland again to try and catch up to Sam, who's headed this way to continue to try and get this stupid treasure. Is it even worth it anymore? I mean, sure, it's cool if we come away with it, but Elena and Nate just risked their lives to make it back to Sam and save him. We do, and now he wants to go back again. Go back towards the danger again. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
At this point, like, Nate and Elena, for that matter, and Sully have got to be exhausted, especially Nate, though.
Hey, what's that? Footprints. Sam! God damn it. I'm sure he's a ways off by now.
We have our first sign of Sam, although those footprints could, truly belong to anybody. Just when you think the adventuring is over, holy sh... It's not.
Just gonna head to the creepy mountain, save Sam, get the hell out of here. Yeah, be laughing about the whole thing tomorrow.
It's I'm not gonna say a hard no. That's an unlikely no. I don't think it's gonna be quite that smooth there, my friend. Okay, we're not going that way. Jeez. Still having a look to see if I can find any treasure. I don't really see anything. Getting up to higher perches like this, geez, makes it a lot easier to see your surroundings without actually having to like physically explore the entire area. I don't see anything, so that's good. We still haven't met any resistance, although I promise you that is coming.
Here we go. Back on the trail. The footprints end here.
So I've also got my just a pistol with me right now, so I'm not really well equipped for any sort of big battle. So
Which way did he go?
we're obviously going to come across some better weaponry soon. I would hope so, anyways. So we got to grapple that way. There's nowhere to go straight ahead. I mean, as you can see, it's only down from here. Some crazy scenery. That's probably the new Devon portion of Libertalia. It's some portion of Libertalia that we can see up here, but it just goes to show you how remote we actually are right now. We are far away from home. There's no doubt about that. So I think I've got to grapple up there and then kind of turn around and swing back that way towards those ledges. Again, I'm not getting my eye on anything. Just kind of continue forward. Nothing's catching my eye. There we turn around and commit suicide, and Sam dies. Elena and Sully never get away. It's just a tragic ending all around.
Here we go. Back on the trail.
Let's try that again.
Footprints
That was a tutorial on how not to
Which way did he go?
use the grappling hook. So if you're watching this as a tutorial, keep that in mind. Who am I kidding? Definitely don't use these videos as a tutorial. I think I've got to swing a couple times here, or maybe just time when I'm letting go of the rope a little bit better. When in doubt, get higher. That's what the stoner said. So we're still only down from here. Again, more grappling. Man, if there's one thing that the developers at Naughty Dog love about Uncharted 4, it's these grappling perches, these whatever they're called. They really implemented the grappling hook as a major feature in this game, and I almost feel like it would have been cooler to see more than just a couple of gadgets that we got, more than just a grappling hook, and more than just that thing that I can put into the rock when I'm climbing. Those are really the only two tools we have. It'd be cool to kind of see that expanded a little bit as well.
More footprints. Well, you didn't fall to your death, so that's good. Still get a chance to kill you.
That's all we need right now, is just a little bit of positivity. Alright, so we gotta somehow get over there. I guess I can jump from down here.
Yeah.
I'm done with Libertalia. I'm done with New Devon. I'm done with this whole pirate adventure. You know, I thought them finding this treasure would be a good way to kind of end Nate's career. It would definitely set him up nicely. But, you know, as we kind of said in the opening, the lives and the livelihoods of Nate and Elena and Sully mostly. I mean, Sam is still a fairly new character to Uncharted, so don't have the same kind of emotional feelings towards him. I have no idea where I'm going here on this rock. Oh, I guess I dropped down here. But it's just, for me, it's important. Like, at the beginning of the game, like, Elena and Nate are in a living room playing Crash on the television together, and now we're on an island off of Madagascar, like, desperately trying to save our brother, who, at this point, I'm starting to fear just cannot be saved.
Jesus Christ.
I guess we'll give it one more go, though. I guess we gotta give it one more go. Naughty Dog wouldn't give us a bad ending to Nate's journey in Uncharted and all this time we've spent with him, right? They wouldn't do that.
What's this?
Looks like there was some sort of a camp set up here. You can see some sort of a tent structure, and then there was obviously a fire, although it's hard to really tell. Okay, this is old. Oh my god, there's another pirate up here with another note. Can add some more backstory here.
Burns' grandson.
Burns' grandson. He was also one to pursue the treasure as well. His father was one of the founding pirates, I believe, right? Is that not correct? And then his grandson later tried to pursue that treasure. He was one of the first, I think, to try. April 14th, 1808, although I successfully extracted Hayes' bullet from my thigh, the wound festers and the fever has not abated. I long to see what lies inside the mountain, but the pain is too great to bear, and I must rest, regain my strength. So obviously one of the last clues towards the location of the treasure, which was discovered late in my last stream, was that this mountain, this particular peak, has some significance. So that's the same place that Sam is headed, obviously the same place that Burns' grandson was headed. With a moment's respite, the doubt creeps into my mind. Was I wrong to punish the men for breaking their contract with me? I have dedicated my life to finding this place, finding Avery's treasure, and their actions nearly robbed me of my destiny. No, my actions were just. Today I rest, the fever will break, and tomorrow I finish my grandfather's journey. Then, upon returning home, I shall write of my exploits here, a book by Jonathan Burns to sit in the libraries alongside history's greatest adventures. At worst, I shall lose this leg, but in the end, I will have lived a life worth living, and Claire will be proud of me at long last. Claire, forgive me. The forgive me is sketched on the back alongside a little portrait that he drew of her.
Close but no cigar, pal.
I have to say,
at the finish line.
It is one of the backstory. It is one of the better backstories that I've seen in the Uncharted games. One of my favorites. Although I can't really complain about any of the stories. They're all pretty intriguing. But in particular, a lot of the documents that we're finding, like, it's actually been really enriching to find them, and I've tried to find as many as possible because of how enriching and fulfilling sort of the backstory is, and it just definitely makes the game a lot easier to follow as you're going along.
More footprints.
It's only one set of footprints, so we have to assume that obviously they belong to Sam, so we must still be on the right track here. I believe when I looked back last time, the sun was setting, so I think we're going to be hitting darkness soon, which is bad. I could be wrong, though. That was cool. That's probably the last. Well, I guess that will be the last note that we get from Joseph Burns' grandson, Jonathan Burns. I think I'm getting the names right here. We found a number of letters from him. He's been one of the primary sources of these documents for sort of background information. Alright, so it looks like we're actually heading inside the mountain right now. Or a wing of it anyways.
Nope. In we go.
Portions of it are going to be pretty darn dark, as we can kind of see already. Remember, Rafe and Nadine's men are still around. Jonathan Burns dedicated his entire life to trying to find Avery's treasure, knowing his grandfather sort of passed down that legend to him being involved. And if he dedicated his entire life and couldn't find it, Sam is in the same predicament. He's probably spent less time than Jonathan Burns. What makes him think he's suddenly going to come up with this treasure? It's obviously just not meant to be, and Sam is going to get himself killed. I guess the structures probably won't be too steady in these caves. Probably haven't been walked on by humans in a very long time. Let's go a little deeper. I don't like the strange noises, not a fan.
Oh, there you are. Okay, here we go. Whoa! Oh crap!
Sam kind of took off hastily while Nate, Elena, and Sutley were still kind of mulling the situation over. So I don't think he even knows that Nate is coming after him. I mean, like I said, much like Jonathan Burns, Sam has really only had this to grasp onto for most of his life, this story, this legend. But Nate is such a good guy. He's not just going to let his brother go like that. I can't see where I need to go here. You got to be kidding me. You can't possibly tell me we have to jump down into that water. I'm gonna be honest with you, though. I don't really see another option here. Oh yeah, there's a little cave over there. I was gonna say, that's an awfully long way down. It's probably a lot of jagged rocks there. Okay, looks like we gotta sort of work our way towards the light here. We definitely don't want to get lost in these cave systems. There's a bit of a natural spring down here. And like I said, just gotta kind of work our way up from this point.
Come on. Oh god, this is so much harder than it looks.
Again, it's like, now what? It's definitely still too far down. That is 100% suicide. So are we working our way up? It's funny because I was like, yeah, we got to keep working our way up here. And then I'm working my way down. So let's try. So there's nowhere to really go up here. Okay. Alright, now we're talking. God, every one of these freaking jumps I make, I'm holding my breath. That's one thing about playing on easy mode is that, you know, I think a big part of it is combat, and obviously health is affected, but, you know, traversing the environment like this, that's not going to be affected. That's all up to you. And you really kind of got to know what you're doing. The difficulty level ain't going to help you there. That's why I chose easy. Just, you know, Uncharted is difficult enough. I think I've played Uncharted, some of the other ones before, on some of the higher difficulties. And you die a lot. So, playing my first time here, really looking forward to Uncharted 4. I wanted to go for the story and really be able to take everything in.
Alright, I can make it.
Just trying to see if I could, like, climb down my rope a little bit. Okay, no, so that's obviously as far as I can go right there. Alright, good to know. Gotta try and get some momentum behind on this swing. That's what it's all about. Just take notes, folks. It's all about the momentum. It's all about the swing. The great thing is, you can apply these same mechanics to EA Sports Rory McIlroy PGA Tour or 2K's PGA 2K21.
I can do it! Oh, shit! Oh, crap! Oh!
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I thought I was going to jump straight from my rope to that thing that was sticking out there, and then I realized, shit, I gotta grapple to that as well, and then slide down this hill. Christ.
I made it. I don't know how I made it. I made it.
It's interesting because instead of making things really combat heavy at the end to make things difficult, they've just made the environment really difficult. That's cool. I like that. Alright, so I think the name of the game here is don't fall into the dark hole where your screams will never be heard. There's got to be another way here. We got this thing back here that I can grapple to. Not really sure what that's accomplishing. I guess we have to rappel down the side of the rock here. Oh, shit.
Oh my god, that's Avery's ship.
Damn, it's really here. That's Avery's ship. That's got to be a likely place for the treasure. We just got to continue to hope that Sam made it down here safely. I'm going to try and get down as far as I can here, alright? Alright, I will definitely say, I'll admit to that. That was my fault. I mistimed that jump by a lot. Alright, good. We start right here. Question, though. When we're done here, how the heck do we get out of here? Alright, so again, ultimately I would imagine we have to get down there. There is water down there, and it looks like we should be able to safely traverse land down there by foot, some areas anyways, especially if we can get boarded on the ship. I don't know, again, how I'm supposed to get around here, though.
All right. Oh, shit! It's too close. I guess this is my way down. Come on! Did you really do all that, Sam? I doubt it. You probably found the dry way down. Less painful. Way down.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Sam yet. We haven't heard any sort of noise. And I mean, sound carries well in cave systems like this, so you have to kind of wonder why we haven't crossed paths with Sam yet. Did he really get this far ahead of us? This is literally how he had to get down here as well? Or has he already been caught by Rafe and Nadine? Let's get up out of the water here so we can dry off a little bit. Ooh, slippery rocks. Damn. As much as I like the scenery down here, get me back outside. Get me out of this cave. It's turning me into a claustrophobe. Anyways, that ledge is a little bit too high for me. I tried to have a quick look underwater to see if I could spot sort of any points of interest. Couldn't come across with anything. I guess all we can do is sort of continue to look around. Alright, swim through the underwater passage. I had to take a hint there. I knew it. Alright. This is how it's very easy to get lost in cave systems like this. There's like 102 different ways to go. Can't go that way. It looked like there might have been another place underwater to go. Okay, no, I could be wrong. Alright, let's check this part out over here.
We almost done here?
This is the last of them, man.
Good. If we are, we can catch up with the others.
Sam just stole our goddamn boat. He's headed for Avery's ship. Come on.
Let him. We're done.
We're done.
Most of my men are dead, Rafe. And those who aren't have already left.
Can you see that? The end is literally in sight.
That maniac pirate of yours has rigged this entire cave. I'm not setting foot on his ship.
Nadine, if you cut and run right now, the loss of all your men, everything that we've done, is for nothing.
We have millions in gold right here. I'd say that plus our lives is something.
No wonder so many of your men abandoned you.
Excuse me?
We're on the verge of making history here, and you're willing to just walk off with a pittance, a fraction of what Sam's gonna get from that boat.
If he can walk away from that ship alive, he can have it. Hell, I'd say he's earned it. God knows you didn't.
Now look, we can stand here and insult each other all day, or we can finish what it is that we've started.
Oh, we're finishing it all right.
Sorry, man.
Thing about mercenaries, Nadine, their loyalty, it's bought. It's not earned. Now come on. Either we can finish this thing together, or we can just end it right here.
Let's go make history.
Atta girl. By all means.
Ugh, Rafe is such a puke. Nadine's starting to grow on me a bit. Wouldn't be surprised if she ends up helping us here in the end. It's always a great thing when your enemies start turning on each other, and then that's kind of exactly what's happening here with Rafe and Nadine. There's sort of this internal conflict amongst each other, fighting over whether or not it's worth it. Kind of like our group with Elena, Sully, and Sam and Nate have kind of had that same internal conflict about, is it really worth it to get this treasure? $400 million is life-changing. It's generation-changing. It would change generations of your family. There's no doubt about that. But at the expense of, as we've already seen, probably now potentially a couple hundred of lives. Who knows? I wonder if it'll tell me how many people I've killed, how many of Nadine's men I've killed. I've spent 4 hours standing still. That's an interesting statistic. I spent 26 minutes in the air, 46 minutes spent in cover. I've ran 50 kilometers. That's cool. It should tell me like how. No, it doesn't tell me. Total enemies defeated. There you go. Talk about hundreds. 564. So is the treasure really worth all of this loss of life? You know, that's why I'm saying Nadine may eventually come out here in the end and try and help us a little bit, sort of in that final battle in the heat of the moment. We'll see what happens here. And I love that Rafe slaps Nadine, and Nadine, being the badass that she is, gives him like a good punch. Like, so I mean, Rafe is such a...
Crap, I need to get out from under this dock.
a wussy, except the first letter changes. Basically, that's what he is. And I love that Nadine responded with that punch. That punch was like, ugh. I need to see Rafe get punched more.
Let's see what you have in store for us, Captain Avery.
Alright, we got Chapter 22, A Thief's End. Very fitting name. Just want to see if there's sort of anything in the immediate area. We're definitely coming to the end now. So, Sam has a boat of his own. He stole a boat. Somehow he made his way down here, stole one of Rafe and Nadine's shoreline boats. So he's headed off towards Avery's ship. Rafe and Nadine and a couple mercenaries have headed off in that direction as well. Right now, I would say the resistance is quite light. I mean, previously in the game, we've had to go up against tens at a time of Nadine's men. Now it's definitely down to just a handful of us that have made it this far. But that definitely doesn't make the risk any less. One thing that's interesting is Nadine mentioned multiple times that Avery's ship is likely booby-trapped. The previous chapter that we just did, chapter 21, I mentioned that the difficulty here at the end has been less based on combat and more based on the environment, and I think that may hold true going forward here into chapter 22 in the sense that the danger is actually increased. It's not so much, again, from the threat of other people like Rafe and Nadine, but we have environmental challenges ahead of us, the booby-trapped Avery's boat. So I have no idea what this last battle is going to look like, what it's shaping up to be, but it's sure to be interesting. I just wanted to have a quick peek to see if, you know, there was some sort of a boat that I could access to get over there, but it looks like I get to do the good old-fashioned swimming. I was thinking about just doing this video all in one finale, doing sort of chapters 21 and 22 together, but because I've sort of stuck to the one chapter per stream, I don't want to really confuse anybody here, so I'll end it here, and we'll get part 22. I think part 22, chapter 22, if I'm not mistaken, is actually the last chapter in the game. Originally, I was throwing out numbers like 24 chapters, 26 chapters. It's actually 22, I think, plus an epilogue. So this is it. We'll have probably one more stream after this, and we'll have our finale. And probably by sometime next week, we'll be launching into a brand new game. Obviously, still undecided on whether or not that's going to be on the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, but time will tell. Make sure to like. If you did, subscribe if you want to see more of it, and comment down below to keep the Uncharted 4 convo lit, as the cool kids are saying. I'm trying to incorporate more of that great cool kid language into my everyday vocabulary. From all of us here at Sweetfish Plays, we'll see you on the other side.